as we were preparing to be even better, as a better place to play, a new practice court, a new arena, all the remodels. I mean, Kelsey went through all of that. She's extremely important to the success of the future. We intend to, have lots of conversations and make sure she knows that, but I think she does know. Background in terms of growing up in the organization and understanding everything, the nuances around it, and certainly gives us great perspective. We wouldn't be where we are today without Kelsey Mitchell. She's clearly a very foundational piece.
What if I told you one of the Fever's biggest stars just rejected pressure to turn against Caitlin Clark? That's exactly what Kelsey Mitchell did, and the WNBA is not happy about it. This isn't just another headline. This is a leadership moment that could change the way the league operates. Mitchell's stance created shockwaves, but the bigger question is why she chose this moment to speak up, and how her loyalty is rewriting everything we thought we knew about the Fever's locker room culture. Let's break down how this changes everything. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing.
You just got done with shoot around. What are your thoughts of tonight?
It's a make or break moment for us. First 5 games were out the way. We're 0-5, got a donut, and I think for us, the West Coast is not easy. We're playing really great teams on this side of town. So I think for us.
Okay, yeah. So Kelsey. I'll start with Kelsey Mitchell. She was a player that was drafted in the last group that I was part of, and she got better. She never put her head down. She kept playing hard and did everything she could. So
it cost you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine this. The league thinking drama drives views, maybe wanting to push Caitlin Clark into the role of a polarizing figure, and then Kelsey Mitchell flips the entire script in one interview. Fans online were already whispering about an alleged anti-Caitlin plan, saying there was this expectation for teammates to stay cold, keep distance, and maybe even let a little tension spill into headlines. That's the kind of story certain people love because controversy sells. But Mitchell? She completely destroyed that theory with a few words, and that's what has the WNBA brass shaking their heads. When a veteran stands up and refuses to play into the hype machine, that matters more than people outside the league even realize. Instead of being subtle or vague, Mitchell leaned all the way in with praise. She didn't just tip her cap, she went straight to saying Clark was changing the world of basketball. That's not empty hype. It's a player who fought through years of losing seasons telling everyone that this rookie brings something different. And because Mitchell went through injury struggles, roster shakeups, and constant rebuilding cycles, her opinion cuts with sharper edges. It's like a soldier talking about what peace actually feels like. You believe it because it's born from scars, not just fresh excitement. Think about the story this creates. Instead of Caitlin being framed as some arrogant rookie disrupting team chemistry, Mitchell highlights Clark's humor. She talked about her being lighthearted, quick to laugh, and someone who connects with people off the floor. That's the opposite of the cold, distant superstar narrative. By pointing to Clark's personality in the locker room, Mitchell kills the noise before it even grows. You don't usually hear veterans do this in year one of a rookie's career, especially when executives might want a rivalry angle to boost ratings. But Mitchell made it clear, no divide exists here, at least not on her watch.
Such great insight as a player, first of all, and I think that's so valuable to an organization like ours because, we wouldn't be where we are today without Kelsey Mitchell. She's clearly a very foundational piece.
The level of competitiveness has gone up a little bit. What do you like over the last 6 games or so?
It'll make or break us as far as where our energy is and where we're headed. This win will be really good for us.
And let's be real, sports history is full of these rivalry pushes. You've seen it in the NBA, where players on the same team get pitted against each other for attention, like rumored beefs between stars that stretch beyond the court. Or in the NFL, when quarterbacks are framed as enemies inside their own locker rooms. It's a media tool, but instead of letting Clark get painted as the villain who threatens locker room peace, Mitchell flips it on its head. She says, "No, this isn't about isolating the rookie. It's about backing her up and standing together." That total rejection of the scripted tension playbook is what makes this such a critical moment. And you know why that burns executives? Because drama grabs eyeballs in the short term, but Mitchell just cut off that whole revenue angle. She's refusing to let Clark get squeezed into that good guy versus bad guy mold. For the league, that means the easy shortcut to more headlines disappears. The controversy that might have fueled debates and social media fights fizzles out. If the veterans won't play along, then the whole anti-Clark storyline collapses before it even gets traction. Mitchell basically told the powers that be, "You're not risking the Fever's chemistry for your ratings," and she did it in public. Think about that loyalty. After years of being the one carrying the Fever through low points, Mitchell is now choosing unity over self-promotion.
I went to see Kelsey play at USA Basketball in Santa Barbara at one of their workout camps. And I called Pokey and I said, "I'm watching our draft pick right now. I mean, she's she's going to be a star. This player. I mean, she's going to be a dynamic guard for us for years to come." So, she's learning as well. Now she's kind of starting. This chapter's over and this chapter's opening up, and it's been fun to watch.
I mean, it's kind of a necessity right now. Just kind of see where our vibe is in the group and see how we can flip the switch.
She's got 7 years of being in and out of this building. She went through a lot.
She didn't try to frame herself as the overlooked star getting pushed aside by Clark's popularity. Instead, she attached herself to Clark's rise, painting their bond as strong and unshakable. This isn't just good PR or a teammate compliment. It's a new tone for the entire franchise. Mitchell proved that if the league wants chaos, they'll have to find it somewhere else, because Indiana is building solidarity instead. The mini payoff is clear. Mitchell not only defended Clark, she reshaped how the Fever carry themselves. She just modeled a kind of loyalty that leaves no room for controversy. That is why fans are feeling this as more than corporate spin. It feels authentic, and authenticity spreads faster than drama when people buy into it. And that's where things get interesting. Because this isn't just Mitchell shutting down a rumor or giving Clark a compliment. This could be the spark that shifts the way the WNBA frames its stars going forward, and we might be looking at the exact moment the power balance inside the league quietly started to shift. Kelsey Mitchell saying no to that so-called plan wasn't just about having Caitlin Clark's back. It was her way of shifting how the WNBA even thinks about competition. Instead of rivalries being forced between teammates, she showed that loyalty and trust can create something stronger than any publicity stunt. Now the question's on you. What kind of league do you want to see? Manufactured conflict that divides teammates, or real chemistry that builds dynasties? Because down the road, people might look back at this exact moment as the day the Fever stopped being a rebuilding team and started building a legacy.